Hello, this is Seewing Yee, and from the Yearless Network, I'd like to take this opportunity to present to you on the Tampa, Florida Metro new construction, pre-construction units actually here in Hudson, Florida. All right, so again, this is Seewing Yee from the Yearless Network. This video presentation should be fairly short because you heard of it before, maybe about a month and a half ago, a full-fledged video presentation. And also at the bottom of this newsletter, you have a slide presentation for your detailed review if necessary. But once again, this on behalf of Pioneer Homes, the builder here at Hudson, Florida, we have new builds, new construction available. The build time, completion time is around 5 to 7 months. So in the spring of 2018 will be the completion date of these single-family homes, and that's and then you can close escrow at that time. All right, so I will go over the all-important pro forma. So actually, before I do that, Hudson, Florida is a suburb of Tampa, Florida, and Tampa is growing very, very fast. Why? Because the Tampa Metro is a great quality lifestyle. Is warm all year round, and it has a nice city that the housing prices are below the nation's medium price range, and a very desirable place to live. The quality of lifestyle is very, very high because a lot of outdoor activities, and it's a very good, strong economy. You have the medical industry, you have the entertainment and recreation industry. Then you have the retail industry, high tech companies are moving in here as well. So the job growth is very, very strong, and actually this is the opportunity, and the housing prices is going up very steadily. There's a tremendous shortage of homes here in Tampa Metro, and the demand for homes are much greater than the supply of homes. So therefore, the appreciation will be very, very strong in the next few years. Clearly, the opportunity to buy a single family home brand new for $200,000 range is very, very limited. I'll tell you this for sure. Single family home in the price range, especially new builds, almost 2,000 square foot. I mean, this is sick. Almost 2,000 square foot home, brand new construction in a nice suburb for only 200,000. But furthermore, Hudson is located around 30 miles above Tampa, Florida. Easy access on major freeway go up there. And the Hudson itself, the population is quite small. It's a bedroom community of around 15,000 people, I think. But you're more than uh, you can Google Hudson, Florida if you want. You should do that. But the neighboring cities, I mean, the Hudson has a very good demographics, meaning it's pretty well to do. It's sort of a higher than middle class because you have a lot of retirees that are moving in here to live here in the suburbs. Like I said, it's a bedroom community. To the west of Hudson, 5 miles to the west is the coast by the Gulf Coast here in Central Florida. Well, a little bit to the west of Central Florida is in Gulf Coast area, but the 20 miles away southwest of Hudson, you will have Clearwater Beach, which has been named the #1 beach in the country, I believe. So very, very nice beach, Clearwater. Then you have St. Petersburg, a little bit further down, a few more miles further down from Clearwater. You have seen, St. Petersburg Beach as well as the town of St. Petersburg. So Tampa Metro is quite large. There are several million people living there, but like I say, it's growing very very fast. And I can tell you one thing: a cookie cutter single family home around 2,000 square footage, especially brand new, you will not, and I repeat, you will not find it anymore. At least at this price range, 200,000. For the next few years, these kind of homes will increase in value for sure. Okay, so prices are fast rising all over Florida, and it's an opportunity for you to time the market and do it now before cash flow is gone. The cash flow is still very good here in Tampa, but I just don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but in a couple of years, the rising home prices here in Tampa, Florida, especially with the you know the price range and the square footage that I just mentioned, will be you will not be able to cash flow anymore. But right now is the last opportunity to get some nice cash flow. Now, uh, of course, if you put typically 20 to 25% down payment, that's ideal to do a financing at around 4.7% interest rate on a 30-year mortgage. That could be a typical scenario, but I will uh, refer you to our loan agent for you. But here's this is a typical plan for you. So the St. Thomas plan, as you can see, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 car garage, pre-construction, 5 to 7 months completion date. And living area is 1972 square foot. 2 car garage is 430. The lanai 150 square foot. Total square foot is hard to see, 2,530 square foot, which is amazing. Great value. And so you put down the 25%, then your mortgage is 760, insurance 65, taxes 250 per month. HOA is only $109. This is a gated community, very highly desirable community. Property management at 8%, which is $152 per month. And the key is the rental market. The key is rental market, which is very critical, which is the property manager, Marilyn, she told me that you can get a rent of anywhere from $1,900 to $2,000, which is truly amazing. So look at the rent to price ratio. Very difficult to find a rent to price ratio of around 1%, as in this case, right? The purchase price is 199.9. 1% is which is around 2,000. So it meets the 1% criteria, which is great, which is very rare for single family home. In this type of square footage, you get rented at 1%. Usually it's less than 1%. So you're very lucky. Why? Some of you are thinking, why the rent is relatively high on these kind of properties. But again, I speak with Merlin Kuzinski, the property manager, on a weekly basis, and she tells me that's what you can get on, especially on during the spring and summertime. You can very realistically can obtain a $2,000 monthly rent for this kind of property, for this house. But if you rent it out during like the low season, during the holidays, like in December or January, whatever, that would be the rent could be a little bit lower, right? Uh, Maybe 1,800 or something like that. But anyway, so yeah, she thinks it's very realistic. You can rent out to a person that makes around $60,000 a year, $5,000 a month. They could definitely more than be able to pay you this amount. So with that in mind, so your cash flow on the low side, if you rent it out on the low season, but for those of you going to buy right now, if there's 7 months construction time right now is uh, moving into September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Around March and April, this unit can be completed. So the spring season, that's a strongest rental season. So uh, I would not be surprised if you can get a $1,900 to $2,000 rent. Uh, Given the best case scenario, so your net cash flow monthly is pretty decent, $593. The lowest cash flow is $393 based on obviously lower rent on a non-rental season. So very good cash flow. The number looks really good. This is an up and coming community. The surrounding houses, by the way, in Hudson, if you were to do further research, which I did, and there are a lot of $300,000, $400,000 homes located in Hudson. They are bigger square footage and what have you. There are some condos that are 200, 250,000. So you have a lot of surrounding houses that are higher prices than the house in here. So this subdivision consists of several hundred homes with the pioneer homes here in Hudson. And there are some higher price single family homes in this particular subdivision. Uh, but I suggest that you buy something in a range of this price, 200,000. This is the sort of a sweet spot for rentals. All right, so buy this for long term buy and hold, and basically, so this is a really nice builder. They are very good at building homes here in Central Florida. Uh, so in Jean Gillum, of course, is the point of contact. She's the one that will do all the details. If you want to contact her, area code 321-947-0912. Okay, she's my main Florida network agent. So if you wish to pursue this in a serious manner, then contact myself so I can know your situation, so I could answer any questions you may have. You always go through me first, then I'll walk you through the process, and Jim Gillen will do the paperwork. So the initial deposit, I believe, is $5,000 to reserve a lot, and then you go through a loan pre-approval right away with one of our preferred loan agent. There are some lot of incentive associated with this subdivision. So you get some closing costs reduction if you use their preferred lender. They have some additional value. But you look at my PowerPoint, you'll see some additional incentive you can obtain by closing escrow before the end of the month, before the end of September, that is. So let me see. Let me show you something else here. I'm going to show you the main provider. In fact, the point of contact. In addition to Jean Gillum and her information down here, the most important person, especially when you close escrow, is the property manager. And like I said, I know Marilyn Kuczynski very well. I talk to her almost on a weekly basis about what's going on. Property manager is great, crucial, that will allow you to be successful long term. And Marilyn, she's been around for, I don't know, several decades. Let's put it that way. So she's been in the Central Florida and the Tampa market for many years. She'll know every neighborhood, every location, what is a good location, what's a bad neighborhood. She know how to find renters for you. She have a good staff working for her, very good staff working for her for many years. So she does an excellent job. She know everything. She's very knowledgeable. She's very proactive. She does a very good job. She know how to find a renter for you. That's the key, right? That's the key for out-of-state turnkey real estate investing, is to have a great property manager. And it's a pleasure for me to introduce you to Marilyn Kuczynski, and her information over here, 407-247-8559. And her email is marilyn at flahomes.net. And as part of your research and due diligence, I encourage you to talk to her even before you're considering buying. So she will give you, she's very blunt. She's very direct. She'll tell you like it is. Okay, she will not pull back on anything. You ask her a question, she will give you an honest opinion, good or bad. All right. So she's a very good resource for our organization. Of course, Jean Gillum is the realtor in charge, but Marilyn is a very important team member for us here in Central Florida and in Tampa in particular. So she'll tell you all about Hudson, Florida. She'll tell you all about the builder, all about the location, the neighborhoods, what's going on, what kind of unique characteristics going on. Why the suburb of Hudson is a tremendous place for investors to buy new builds. So she give you the whole 9 yards. All right, much more than I can give or anybody else. So all right, I think that's pretty much I have. I promise you this is going to be a short presentation. If you're interested, please don't hesitate to contact myself, and I can put you in touch with Gene so we can do the paperwork, so you can reserve a lot and then sit back and watch your property increase in values while the home is being completed. As a matter of fact, that's a strong possibility as well. And long term, it's going to be a very good investment. The rental market in Tampa is very, very strong for years to come. It's growing like crazy. It's a beautiful area, a lot of amenities, a lot of recreation. Everybody want there. The millennials are moving in there, young people that is, and they are renting as well for the time being. So a lot of diversified economy. Great, great, best sort of a best kept secret, Tampa Metro. All right, so hopefully you'll see a lot of value from this presentation and look forward to working with you guys. Thank you for attending and have a blessed day. This is Seewing Yee. Goodbye.